Sup my dudes, Valk here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the best Cryo DPS in the game, Aloy, because a lot of you were surprised that I actually have a built up Aloy, and yes, I do have a built up Aloy. I even plan to triple crown her. I've talked about it many times, and I've recently got her talent levels up a good bit. Of course I'll make an update video whenever I get them triple crowned. But I want to give you guys a little bit of a progress video so you can see where my Aloy's at. You can see she has a pretty nice attack stat, 2100 attack. She's 81 crit rate, 182 crit damage. I use her with a Polar Star and not 4-piece, but 2-piece Shimanala, 2-piece Glad. Here you can see she's got some pretty good pieces across the board. Nothing super crazy. I don't, obviously, you know, for a character that is going to be copium no matter how good you build them, I didn't want to go crazy with the investment, but I do feel I have a pretty damn good Aloy. So, basically, I'm going to cut the footage now of me dealing damage with her and tell you guys my experience with Aloy, because I know a lot of people are really curious about it. So, Aloy is really, really decent. She's not as bad as a lot of people make her out to be. She's really not. She's also not the best either. She has quite a few drawbacks, and basically I'm going to talk about those in a second, but she has the potential to deal really decent burst damage as well as battery at Cryo DPS. If you guys go look at my latest Abyss Clear video, you can actually see where I was using Aloy to battery my Eula. I was using Aloy for the Cryo DPS as well as Cryo Resonance and battering my Eula, so Eula has the extra crit rate and also the energy regen from Aloy, but I'm not using Sack Bow on Aloy, which I actually recommend it for Polar Star. I don't recommend building sub-burst DPS Aloy like I have. I don't recommend it. I think it'd be a little bit of a waste, but Aloy actually has some genuinely hard-hitting skills on very low cooldowns, except, actually, her skill is on a very long cooldown, but her ult's on a short cooldown, because it's only a 40 cost ult, so she can actually spam it pretty efficiently. So I'm going to explain Aloy's biggest issue. This is Aloy's biggest issue. The fact that she has really, really, really low base multipliers on her normal attack. You can be like, Valk, you don't have the normal attack maxed out yet. Yeah, but it's not going to make too much of a difference. She has low multipliers. And there's also the fact of Aloy can gain up to 1 coil stack every 0.1 second. That internal cooldown, that ICD, is actually really rough on Aloy. It makes it so Aloy really struggles with a lot of things, and she is basically not the best because you can't really get the Frozen Wilds going. I think that's what it's called, right? It's called Frozen Wilds, or is it called Rushing Ice? I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, Rushing Ice, not Frozen Wilds. That's the name of the game. Rushing Ice state. Rushing Ice is whenever she gets all the way up to 27.2 normal attack damage bonus. Actually, it goes up to 45.3 normal attack damage bonus. Whenever you're in Rushing Ice lasts for 10 seconds. You also get a little bit more attack whenever you're in Rushing Ice. Well, whenever she receives the coil effect from Frozen Wilds, her attack is increased by 16%. So you get some more attack via that way, but it's basically a very, very poor man's version of Yoimiya, essentially. It's a very poor man's version of Yoimiya. It's not that good. It makes it so it's very deceptive in how a kit works, because it makes you think you want to base her around normals, but you really don't. You actually want to use her for a burst DPS slash battery option, like I mentioned before. She's pretty good at that. Well, okay at that, not good. She's really, really good as a battery. She's probably the best cryo battery in the game because she consistently generates 5 energy particles, but she's really, really decent for damage. And the reason for that is this right here, the Frozen Wild skill. You throw the bomb splits up, and the bomb deals damage on its own. Each droplet deals 68% attack. The freeze bomb damage is 302. It genuinely deals a lot of damage. And if you have somebody to group, for example, if I throw it with this and I swap over to Kazuha, I can now group up all the bombs on target. So it's much easier to proc the Rushing Ice stacks or Rushing Ice state, and it's much easier to get all the Frozen Wild bomblets on one target. The other thing is her ult, Prophecies of Dawn. Prophecies of Dawn is actually a really hard-hitting ult at 575%. It's not even maxed yet. It genuinely hits pretty damn hard. That's why in the footage, I'm sure you guys saw, I did like 82k with one that's without any like food buffs or anything. It's just Bennett and Kazu and Zhongli, and it's me swirling to get the VP shred, as well as attack upping and critting and all that. But she should crit with being cryo and at 80%. Now, granted, it can go a lot higher. I can actually take away from a lot of her crit rate. I could actually, if I got Shinha, I could throw Shinha with Aloy. I want to make Aloy as a main DPS option work, and I'm going to find a way to do it. And I think I need Shinha to that avail, because Aloy thrives on nuking and battering and doing things like that. So, where does Aloy sit? Is Aloy actually good? No, absolutely not. And everyone's going to be like, but I thought you build Aloy because you like her. I do. I love collab characters. I want to push her to see how strong she can get, and I'm going to do that. I don't know how long it's going to take. It took me this long to start working on her talent levels because everybody else needed Senora's talent materials. So it took me this long to get to this point. But I could have put this amount of investment in any other character and gotten 20 times the amount of return. For the amount of investment it takes to get Aloy to the point I have her at, if I put in any other character, odds are I'm going to get a much, much better return. Anyways, that's basically the video. With Ganyu coming out soon, I wanted to talk about the best cryo DPS in the game. I know I'm going to put that as a title. People aren't going to realize I'm memeing on it. But, I want to make a video talking about it because I saw a lot of people genuinely surprised that I actually use Aloy and that I haven't built Aloy. So now you guys have seen my Aloy, you guys have seen what I think about Aloy, and I do plan on triple crowning her. That'll be the next video of Aloy you see. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.